Hi YouTube, Woody Weeble back with another video. Now this is a few pickups, a few finds from car boot charity shops and a few of the Switch games I'm going to be adding to the collection. Now I'm always looking through the DVDs and I don't often show a lot of them, but I think with the new third film in the trilogy, what will be a trilogy, the first film has become more of interest. That is 28 Days Later. Now I paid £1 for this, and presumably with the hype, this one now trades in for £4. So if you see this one, pick it up. It's a damn good watch, and it will get you some decent credit at the end of it. So now I picked up a couple of copies of this, traded them in, but I need one to show in a video. Say £1. Wouldn't pay more than that for a DVD. And as we always go around the charity shops, we see random stuff, and this item, a Furby, is something I have never picked up before, because I don't normally sell, or I've never sold on eBay, never bought on eBay. Don't really have an avenue to sell these unless it's Gumtree or Facebook. But I've always wondered what these things actually do, because people are always picking them up. Now I was told by the store assistant that this one does work. It had batteries in it, which they have obviously removed for testing purposes. But as one of the newer ones, I'm guessing this has a few more functions. So I was just interested to see what it does. So we'll put some batteries in it, see what happens with it, and it may well just get traded back into the charity shop, or given, donated back to the charity shop. Unless I could try selling this, because I think it has a value of around about £10 to £15 maybe. So I think if I said £1.50 this cost me. So worth it just for a bit of playtime. And one item from the car boot, and there's a chap sells random stuff. I don't think he does house clearance necessarily, so I don't know where he sources all his stuff from, but it is clothing, toys, electronics, a real random mix, and it's always normally pretty cheap. I picked up a few items from him, so he's normally one of the first stalls, if he's there, I try and head to. Now, he had a bag with 2 sets of headphones, or 2 headsets in it. One looked fairly cheap. It was obviously a gaming headset, and didn't recognise the brand, so wasn't particularly interested in that one. And there was another one which piqued my interest. Now the brand is Corsair. Now I couldn't find any identify marks at the boot sale, but say these cost me £2, so I figured they'd be worth a lot more than that if they worked. And doing some homework, apparently identifying marks are on the left head earpiece, and these are HS65, that's the model number. So Corsair HS65s. Now apparently they are surround sound gaming headset. The mic apparently is one of the best on a headset you can get, and I think these retail for around about £70, £75 to buy them new. Now I think in the box, obviously from new, there would be an adapter which fits onto the 3.5, which goes to USB, which means that these will be 7.1 surround sound. Obviously I don't have that, but from reading the reviews, that peripheral is not necessarily needed. This 3.5 is plenty good enough on the sound. I have since tried these, and they all seem to function as they should do. The mic just by putting it up, mutes everything, and there's just the one volume wheel on the left hand earpiece. So the sound is really good, nice and bassy, and it's compatible, or they're compatible with Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, PC, everything really. So one of my better finds for £2. And I think they trade in for £22 store credit if I was to get rid of them. Now all this stuff I'm buying and putting into CX to get the credit gets me games. Now, first game, which is going in the collection, just recently bought, is Spirit of the North. Now this one's always sort of intrigued me. One thing I don't like about it is that great big German 8-grade square on it, but I don't think there is a UK PEGI only version of this, so then you only see the spine. Now they looked at some gameplay of this, looked fairly easygoing, so we will certainly give this one a try. I'd say it wasn't very expensive. That's the only CEX purchase, so I don't normally buy other than CEX, but I've seen a few people buying from Game Collection. Now this is the first time I've used them, and they had a game on my CEX watch list, which was currently selling for, I think it's £30, £35, and they had that game on the Game Collection site for 15. So took advantage, and it pretty much arrived next day, so can't fault their sales. That is Akai Katana Shin. Now I had this on Xbox 360, and the plan is, if I can, get the games I've enjoyed on the Switch, and I'll move on the other game, the 360 game. And the next game was purchased from Amazon. Now suddenly I had a good price on this. Everywhere it seemed to be £30, £35, because it's a pretty new release, and it's been on my watch list. Now it relates to this game, Gree, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and I recommend anybody to give it a go. It's like a sort of puzzle platformer, and say the people who developed this brought out a new game, which is Neva. Now I've just started playing this a little bit and thoroughly enjoyed what I've played so far. There's some tough sections, at least they seem to be quite tough, but this game gives you the option, or two play options. You can start the game in basically game mode, whereby if you die, you go back to the start of the level, I guess. Or you can play in story mode, which basically is easier, and you never actually die. You just reset to the point where you succumbed, I guess. So I quite like that. And it also has the option, if you get stuck, or you find a particular platform level, or you just can't progress any further, you can actually skip that bit and move on within the game. So I like that feature. Obviously you can play through it once, get the gist of it, and then play it again as a challenge. So tougher than the first one, but again, very similar art style, very interesting game. Well worth picking up. I'd say this was £19, or £19.99, or £19.97 on Amazon. So it's normally about £30-35 elsewhere. So we have a subset, I guess, completed. Anyway, that's it for now. Got a few more games I could show, but we'll leave those for another video. Anyway, until the next time, thanks for watching. And remember, stay happy.